Recently, I learned the man my wife ran off with is now bankrupt, and he's an alcoholic. He's mistreating her. I'm not going to say the word he's choosing because YouTube's not going to like that. Let's just say he's an alcoholic and he's mistreating her. And she left him and went back to living with her parents. Well, that's karma, huh? Abandons her family for this great guy that was definitely a chatter Tyrone alpha male. And basically, after a few years, guess what? He's now broke. And it turns out he's an alcoholic and abuser. And I'm willing to bet you that if he wasn't broke, even if he was an alcoholic and he was obviously mistreating her, she'd probably stay. But since the money's gone, well, that's a different ballgame. And now she's...
Wait, why does he think that the only reason why women want a man is because of money? Like...
I want to take the time to say thank you to my current patrons, and you can actually help support my channel for as little as $1 a month. Check out Crimson 60620 PS4 Gaming. Thank you.
So hold on, let's do this. I'm gonna look into this, and I'm gonna look into that later. But I did have it up. Thanks, Joe. All right, so if you watch my channel for any amount of time, you know that I hate red pill, incelebrant people, and simpleton people, and yeah, I hate these big blustering people that try to act like they're speaking the God's truth about the relationship between men and women. And yeah, these fucking Reddit stories that can be, I don't know, verified as well as, you know, the true false. But let's go. Time for another strong, successful male story. And I've had this on my catalog for a while, but this is my first time getting to it, and I don't know how much we're gonna make it through it, but let's listen.
Gonna hear a story titled, My Ex-Wife Wants to Come Back 3 years After Leaving Me and the Kids. And guys, what we have here is a story about a guy that's coming from the guy's perspective, how basically out of nowhere, after like a number of years of being married, he discovered that his wife's cheating, and she eventually leaves him for some lowlife. Big surprise there, talk about a stereotype. And basically, he's left alone raising the kids. And right now, they got two twin sons, they're both 15 years old, and a 12-year-old daughter. And after a few years, you're going to see here in this story, things don't exactly work out for the ex-wife like she thought. And
So. This is another fanfic from these red pill MRA guys. Now, okay. So, full disclosure, I was once married and I'm no longer married. I'm not going to go into the details, but let's just say it was a situation. Now, it is a reason why I never came on here and just flat out told my story, because one, it's fucking personal, and two, even my story didn't cause me to fucking hate women. I never actually just, oh yeah, with Chris Rock, not Chris Rock, wow. Chris Brown, yes, Chris Brown say, these chicks ain't loyal. That still won't make me like, just like, yeah, fuck these bitches. Yeah, bros before hoes. Like, no, because I like, I like, you know, women of the female persuasion to touch my penis. And like, one person's bad behavior doesn't dictate the whole group of people. But you know, that's too much like right. But let's go.
And next thing you know, she's back pretty much on her hands and knees begging to come back into the life for both the life of him and the kids. And you're going to see here how this guy responds to this. And I'm doing this story, guys, because there's definitely some serious lessons in this particular story that I want to share. And I'll do that at the end of the story once I go over this, because this is a crazy situation, but I've heard this many a time about the guy who thinks everything's cool, finds out she's cheating, and she not only leaves him, but she also abandons the kids. And then a few years later, when it doesn't work out with her Chad or Tyrone, then she's begging and pleading to come back. Some guys say, no way, right away, that's it. Other guys, they're on the fence, whether it's because of their own personal emotions or because they think that maybe they should do it for the
So, now, mind you, he had to throw in the little racist jab about the Chad or Tyrone, but we're gonna listen to this shit.
The kids, that type of thing. There's always some sort of like baggage going on with the kids, and so they're never quite sure. In this case, this guy, he's a little unsure what to do. Even though looking at this from the outside, I know darn well what he should do, and I'm sure all you guys know what he should do. But anyhow, guys, I'm gonna go through the story here, and then I'm gonna read a few comments that people had about this to show that I'm not the only one who thinks these things.
So, oh shit, I had to bring it back. So I will say this: if you are in a relationship and somebody betrays your trust, then you should leave that relationship. No ifs, ands, or buts. Be it in any way they misplace, they betray your trust. Sure. Now, can it be worked out to where it comes back because, you know, everybody's made transactions against another person? Yeah, but like this shit, what he's talking about, like we've heard from the likes of so many MRAs that if a woman has more than 2 men inside of her, then she can no longer love her children. And this sounds like that whole fanfic. Like, the fuck? But let's go.
So it starts off, 3 years ago, my wife was planning on cheating on me with another man. I saw some of the signs and caught them sexting. She felt like our life wasn't what she wanted. We divorced, and she ended up leaving me for the other man. Our kids are now 2 15-year-old twins, 2 sons that are 15, and 1 daughter 12 years old. At the time, they felt abandoned. I got the house and sole custody of the kids, and she didn't make much effort to see the kids. Granted, they didn't want to see her either, and were quite vocal about it. Well, that's real nice of her. After all those years, just boom, she ups and leaves not only him and the kids. Again, it's bad enough if she ditches the husband, okay? Especially if he's a good guy doing everything right. But she's going to completely abandon her children. What is...
Oh my God. Oh my God. Just because you're working doesn't mean that you're a good guy. Hey, Joe is a boss. He's like, at one point I had 2 women living with me. That's a boss move. I hope one day to grow up to be like you, Joe. But that's a different story. But like, sometimes there are issues that people have. And not even saying that, oh, she was just lusting after somebody else. Like, sometimes people have mental breaks, and I'm sorry to say, that's the fucking situation we live in a country where sometimes things may just be psychological issues that people go untreated. And it leads to problems. But let's go.
What does that say about her character? What does it say about her personality, right? Now, is this someone that you would trust to come back in your life years later? I mean, it should be a no-brainer here, but there are people, like this guy you're going to see, they actually have to question whether it's worth it or not. Could she change? All that. And I'm sure for you guys who have followed me a long time, I already know what I'm thinking on this one. He goes on, since then, the kids seem to be doing better, but I still feel like they miss their mom, especially my younger twin boy. I've seen my ex-wife a handful of times since then, and I've moved on in the sense.
Your heart isn't just yours. Protect it with Bayer aspirin. Be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen.
What is this?
More now on that breaking news in the Metro East. The St. Clair County Emergency.
I'll come back to that. Let's go.
I've slept with other women since then, but I'm not dating and don't plan on it until the kids are all done with high school, at least. Recently, I learned the man my wife ran off with is now bankrupt, and he's an alcoholic. He's mistreating her. I'm not going to say the word he's choosing because YouTube's not going to like that. Let's just say he's an alcoholic and he's mistreating her. And she left him and went back to living with her parents. Well, that's karma, huh? Abandons her family for this great guy that was definitely a Chad or Tyrone alpha male. And basically, after a few years, guess what? He's now broke. And it turns out he's an alcoholic and abuser. And I'm willing to bet you that if he wasn't broke, even if he was an alcoholic and he was obviously mistreating her, she'd probably stay. But since the money's gone, well, that's a different ballgame. And now she's...
Wait, why does he think that the only reason why women want a man is because of money. Like, wow, women are not some calculating, deceiving, like, vixen that looks to suck money out of men. Like, that's not how that shit works, dog. And like, let's just like this story, we're coming from an unreliable narrator on 2 levels. Like, is there even strong successful men? Oh, God. Oh, here we go. I love this shit. I have to be careful of bringing up Reddit. Okay, 3 years ago, my wife was planning on cheating on me with another man. I saw some signs and caught them sexting. She felt that our life wasn't what she wanted. We divorced, and she ended up leaving for the other man. Our 3 kids, now 15, male twins and 1 12-year-old female, at the time felt abandoned. I got the house, sole custody of the kids, and she didn't make much effort to see the kids. Granted, they didn't want to see her, and were quite vocal about it. Since the kids seem to be doing better, but still, since then the kids seem to be doing better, but still, I feel that they miss their mom, especially my younger twin boy. I've seen my ex-wife with a handful of times since then, and I've moved on the sense that I've slept with other women, and since then, but I'm not dating and don't plan on dating until the kids are done with high school. Wow, shit. Punctuation is a thing. Recently, I learned the man my wife ran off with is now bankrupt, alcoholic, abuser. She left him and went back to live with her parents. She came over this weekend when the kids were with my brother at his cottage and talked with me, basically pleading for me to take her back, how she made a mistake and lost her savings, the money from the divorce, her kids. She wants to work towards us getting back together and raising our kids together. I listened to her, but I didn't really say much, and she left back for her parents' house. The whole situation has my head spinning. And on one hand, I wanted her back so much, and I think with time, the kids would appreciate having their mom back. The other women I've been with are good with their are good, but there's always a feeling of something missing. But also, I wonder if she came back because that man. Wow, I can't read. But also, I wonder if she only came back because that man became what he is today. Even if we get back together, I don't plan on getting married to her, at least not right away. And if we did, there would be definitely a prenup. I'd want to stay with her. I'd want her to stay with her parents and slowly integrate herself back into mine and the kid's life. There is also a problem with I don't know if I can even accept her. Part of me looks at her as used goods. No wonder. Wow. We probably need both couples and family therapy. Thinking about the future right now is difficult. I have so many variables to account for. If she left again, what kind of damage that would do to the kids or myself. I just come here to gain outside perspective. Wow. In case anyone suggests, yes, the kids are mine, I checked. This shit is fucking crazy. Let's see if he gets further down.
Nope. Poor her. Much, and I think that the time with the kids would appreciate it. But I also wonder if she only came back because the man. I want her to stay with her parents and slowly integrate her. Will show. And I guarantee you right now, because she's desperate and has no options, you bet your ass she's going to be on her best behavior and treating him like the king, and the kids like they're princes and princesses and all that. But give it time. Now, The thing is this, in my opinion, in no way, shape, or form, obviously, should you take her back. If it was, not that I would end up in this situation, but if it was me, I'd say, look, what's done is done. There's no way in hell I'm taking you back. I wouldn't trust any further than I can throw your ass, okay? And I don't expect the kids to trust you too. But you're their mother, okay? But I have sole custody, which he does. And I would say, if the kids want to see you, then you have my permission to see them. But the second I sense any trouble, any drama, any things going on in terms of manipulating the kids, he does. And I would say, if the kids want to see you, then you have my... Then go out and live your life and start over and do things right the second time. But you're not doing it here, not with me, not with my kids. That's what I would tell the guy. That's what I would tell her, and that's what I would tell the guy to do. I would also tell him to definitely start working on himself, so he can be, obviously, see himself as more high value, high status, be that type of guy. Because a guy like that with options and his high value, high status has built himself to be that way, would have to think twice about what to do in a situation like this. Okay, so him asking says it all. You know. Now I'm gonna read a few comments that some people.
So, like, fuckers like this actually piss me off. I like, you can tell, like, we've saw other videos of him saying, well, I don't have kids, and I have to, like, try to, like, well, I know I have nieces and nephews, but you can tell fuckers like him will never actually get in a real relationship because they're dipshits. And the fact that this piece of shit who wrote this, I feel like she's used goods? The fuck? How the fuck do you even, like, why wouldn't she consider you used goods? You slept with other women while y'all divorced. But hey, you know, it's the sin of a woman having a sex drive and not being 100% completely obedient to the man who decided to lay sperm in her to have kids, because he staked out his claim. The kids are there. Like, I don't get it. This sounds, again, like incelebrant fanfic, but I can be wrong. I don't know. I do not know. I don't know. I know one thing, though. Fuckers like this, I have a 14-year-old daughter, and if they have to deal with motherfuckers like this, I'll say this. I wouldn't want to be the poor soul who thinks that they can run my daughter like this. They will have a lot of pain and anguish ahead of them. Not from the shit that I will do. From how I taught my daughter to deal with weak-minded fools like this. Because this is all bluster. This is all, I want to look like I'm strong. But they're not. All they are scared little boys. But okay. Anyway, guys, I want to say thank you for watching. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. I want to be better about doing my commentary videos. But yeah, thank you for watching the stream. Thank you for watching this video. I'm going to end this section here.